My name is Todd Reed, president of Todd Reed Incorporated. We produce our work in Boulder, Colorado, design our work, package our work, all in Boulder, Colorado. You know, we have big skies out west. I like to ride my motorcycle through the mountains, and there's these textures. I'm constantly being challenged by the natural environment. I think I get a lot out of that. I think that inspires me a lot in ways that I maybe can't articulate. It's so gorgeous. It can't be reproduced, ever. I was making leather clothing, hand-braided deerskin clothing, literally making them out of roadkill from the side of the street. And we'd get the deer and we'd scrape them and tan them. And I started making silver concho buttons. And I started taking some of those buttons that we were using as pants closures and made them into earrings. Started giving them away as gifts. And like my mom's friends started buying them, and girlfriends' friends started buying them. And I just went, wow, the jewelry thing could work. There was that real tangible aspect of making jewelry, that I could start with something and somebody would end with it by the end of the day. I don't really think about the result so much when I'm working, meaning I don't think about price point, I don't think about the end consumer. I have a concept which is going to be based pretty much on design. Like I come up with a design visually, whether I'm inspired by a piece of architecture, a piece of nature, a cloud, the striations in the Grand Canyon, in the layers of rock. So I draw these things out, but it's really just a visual reference of space. And so it's very internal for me. My work features raw diamonds. I've been using raw diamonds since the early 90s. So I oftentimes take the object, I'm looking at the rock or the stone, in this case a diamond, and I'm looking at it as a sculpture. There's a quality within this diamond. And then it's my job, I feel, to just kind of share that with people. My textures, my finishes, they're very raw. But at the same time, they're very elegant and they're very finished. The pieces have to be impeccably built. But yet I want them to look like they could crumble apart at any moment. Jewelry making is cool because it's you don't use any modern stuff. You know, it's like some pliers and files and some hand tools, and it's like, yeah, that's how, you know, jewelry was made 100 years ago. That's how it'll be made 200 years from now. I'm very hands-on, and when I train my jewelers, I want them to be jewelers, but I also want them to be metalsmiths. It's an absolutely beautiful art, and it's fairly much lost in this country. I'm not interested in buying a diamond that doesn't have a sustainable story, and every diamond that I use, I know the story. The diamonds I get come mostly from Australia. We use diamonds from Africa, Canada, Russia, India, Brazil, and I think I'm probably the only person in the world that uses diamonds from Colorado, because there's a small diamond mine in Colorado. Each diamond mine in the world produces different colors and different shapes of diamonds. I'm not that excited about white diamonds. I like the colored diamonds. My favorite diamonds are browns, blacks, grays, greens, although in this piece there's pinks and oranges and yellows. Luxury isn't about what you have. It's confidence, it's discernment. It's people who want to have something, but it also means something else. It's like, yes, it's first here's this object and it just costs something, and so that's somehow puts it in some category. But what I would want, or what I think the way things are headed, or the way that I'm doing it in my life, or redefining it for myself and my family, is that these things have to mean something a little bit more than the object. In this new luxury, or in this redefined luxury, is that there's a connection not only to the artist, but to the art and to the purpose of the art. The object is one part, but the connection is the other part. And that's the redefining of the luxury.